Good morning and good afternoon or good evening to all. Today I like to share you about my struggle of having fibroids. For now, I'm suffering a terrible headache and uh, feeling sick. It's been 3 days already like this, and I was been shaking. Sometimes I'm shaking, but I don't know if it's related with the fibroid or not. But for me, that is what I'm feeling: shaking, terrible headache, nauseous, and always. But I search about this fibroid, and I search about the fibroid, and it says that fibroid is made up of a muscle and tissue that develops in the muscular wall of the womb uterus. I feel pain on my chest. Have different sizes, like either a pea or can be a melon. So your stomach look like from 4 months to 9 months. This is also known, your fibroid is also known as uterine myomas. Not dangerous, it's not a dangerous one, but cause discomfort, fatigue, or maybe an anemic. It's painful my chest, I don't know why. I've been seen already by the paramedic yesterday, but the result of my ECG is normal. So I think it's not a chest. Hopefully it's not stroke or whatever, because I've been seen already by the paramedic yesterday and everything is normal. The causes of the fibroid is unknown, but linked to oestrogen that produced by the female ovaries. This causes pelvic pain, heavy periods or bleeding with clots maybe. Because mine, I really have like a lot of blood clots, the size of like the potato, small potato. Not the small, like a medium potato, and it's a lot, so it drains me a lot. So I always feel lightheaded, and my legs are numb. Sometimes I couldn't even think. Affected my mental health. So heavy periods and bleeding. That may be cause anemic, as this says. It's bloating, bloating, always farting, and like keep on farting, and like your stomach is full of air. So it's really, sometimes I just massage with Vicks or oil because it's really painful on the top of the stomach. So I just massage with oil. So I keep on farting. So that is the cause also of the fibroid. And I always, it's a frequent urination. I always go to the toilet. Sometimes every 5 minutes I run to the toilet. So if I'm at work, I really feel ashamed, because every 5 minutes I go to toilet. Maybe they're thinking something, but hopefully it's not. Because I cannot help myself. If I don't run, I'm already wetting myself. So if I'm at home, I'm always near the toilet, because up and down is retiring. Before, I also go to toilet almost, like every time I go to pee, I also pass bowel, open bowel open. When I pass the urine, I also have the bowel open. But nowadays it's a bit okay. My bowel open is alright. It's normal now, but I always frequently go to urinate. So that is also part of the fibroid. Sorry, I'm having a very heavy headache, and I feel really sick. It's too sick. So that is all about my fibroid. So I like to share you about my experience, my experience on a fibroid. So I'm sure more when I thought I'm alone, but when I search about the fibroid groups in the Facebook, I saw a lot of them, and everyone is sharing about their problems. So I think it's nice to share also my struggle, so it can also help the people who are in the beginners. Because me is when I'm reading their what experiences, some are already in 5 years, 4 years, 10 years ago. So I'm only suffering 2 years ago. For them it's 10 years ago. So that means even how old are you, it really strikes you. Some are already at the age of 20 plus when they got it. But me, I had at the age of 40 plus. So I'm just so lucky to have it late. And some are also have a big one, which going to 12 centimeter. That is really huge, like a pregnant woman, as they say. You see, that is like the size of a melon. But mine, when I only diagnosed when after the COVID job, when I had the first booster after the two job, and I got the booster when I after a few days I had a heavy bleeding with clots or blood clots, that every time I go to toilet it's like a really a bowl of blood clots, and the bleeding is really like I am peeing with blood. So I just rang the 999, and then I was taken to the hospital, and they had my blood test and scan. So they found out that I have a fibroid, which is 2.4 centimeter, but that is still small before, but now my stomach is already a bit big, so maybe it grows up. The latest one I saw in my record is 5.4, so that means in 2 years it grows up to 3 centimeter. Well, it's really a struggle because just the first time they give me is the teraxamic acid. When I was in the hospital, I was given teraxamic acid. It worked for a few days, but then so I continued that one. But then from last year October, when it doesn't work anymore, the teraxamic acid didn't work anymore. So I went back to my GP and for the review of another medication, for review of my medicine. So they prescribe me mini pill, which is desogestrel, is a mini pill, oestrogen mini pill. Oestrogen? Oh no, not estrogen. Desogestrel is I don't remember. It's not what the only one. It's a mini pill. So you can search the mini pill, because I didn't have here the medicine. It's in the other side. So, but then still my bleeding is keep on continue with a lot of clots, blood clots, and then heavy bleeding still. So I went back, but just keep on introducing me some tablets. So the second time they give me, no, actually I was not given. Also after the teraxamic acid, I was with the story of the Marina. I had the Marina that is on the when I was 47 years old. I had also a heavy bleeding before, so maybe I had a fibroid before, but I was not diagnosed because I was bleeding 2018. I was bleeding 2018, and the 2017 2018. So 2018 I had the Marina coil, which stopped the bleeding, because I almost my red blood cell is falling down, going to the anemic. So it's good the Marina stopped the blood, but then as I said, on 2021, after I had the booster, I had this heavy bleeding with the clots, blood clots, which came back. So when the teramexid acid is not working, I need to make an appointment with a doctor for the reinserting of the marina to stop the bleeding, because I was bleeding from October already. And then so the doctor make appointment for me on March to try to put the marina. So it's a much of lot of bleeding, and then it takes, I don't know. That's why I had this lightheaded. It's really sometimes you just like to cry, because until when you'll be seen properly. Yeah. So the marina, I had this appointment with the marina, and the doctor is supposed to put it, but then maybe the uterus is this deformed because of the fibroid, so it didn't. The doctor cannot put in. It's always falling down. So then, same again. So she requested an appointment with the hospital, but the hospital gave me appointment until December next year. So I will bleeding maybe until next year, and then I'm just hoping that the hospital will give me soon an appointment. So I've been, because of the bleeding from October to, because when I had the October, I have a 7 days in stop for 7 days, and then came the November, stop 7 days, and then December, stop 7 days. But from January to March, it only stopped for 4 days, 3 days, like that, 2 days. So and then so from January to March, I was bleeding like that. So and then they gave me what kind of medicine is this, because all is not working. So they prescribed me the mini pill again. So I tried the mini pill, but because all the medication I'm taking is I have a bad side effects. So I keep on. So I continue the Sogestrel, but didn't work as well. So I was bleeding. So I only stopped bleeding on the month of July, but my bleeding from January to March, and just a few days, then April to June. So at the end of June, I stopped, and the whole of July, I didn't bleed. But the start again, the 1st of August again, it came again. As usual, it's a heavy bleeding with clots. And I was taking the iron tablets and the Sogestrel, the mini pill, to stop the bleeding. But it's already how many days? It's already 15 days, but it didn't stop. So I went back to the GP or doctor, because I'm having already lightheaded. I'm having lightheaded and cramps on my both legs and tingling on the feet. So I went back, and then she offered me another kind of tablets. The name of the tablet is noritesterone tablet. So that was no, I last and then last. Oh, sorry. So I was offered the one. So I was of the Sogestrel. So I went to see again a doctor, and they asked me, how can I help? And she told me that I told him that the bleeding is still the same, still heavy. So what do you like me to do? She asked me. So please make an urgent hospital appointment if possible. So she tried again. But the next week again, I went back again. That is Thursday. I went back again. This next week, that is Thursday, because really the blood is still couldn't stop, and I'm really like my blood tests are all normal for some reasons. They took my blood test 2 times already, but everything is normal. But the first time is I'm for the minimum is like for the blood, the red blood count is 4 to 10, for example, like that. Yes, I'm in number 5. But the second blood test I had, the blood test is 4.1. So I'm really on the minimum normal of blood test. So they gave me this lot of iron tablets because it's on the edge already of the normal count of red blood cell. Now I'm given this noritestosterone, which is, well, I just took the tablet for 3 days for 4 tablets. That is 1 day, because 3 times a day. Yes, 3 times a day. So after I took the 4 tablets, it really worked. The heavy blood is gone, no more. But the problem is I have this terrible headache and feeling sick, and I don't understand, and so many pains on my body that when I feeling so many pains on the body. So as yesterday I told you, I have this chest pain. So I rang in the morning, I rang the GP for the review of the medicine because of the side effects. But then I had this chest pain, so I rang the 111, and good that the paramedics came see me. But the ECG result is normal. So now, because I'm feeling sick again. And then, what now? So I went in the afternoon, because the doctor that I was waiting is really, actually, I'm waiting for nothing according to the paramedic, because I told him that I'm waiting for my doctor's appointment, and they are going to call me back. And then I told him like that. Then when they rang the doctors, I actually don't have any appointment at all. So they told me that, oh, you're waiting for nothing. So they just laughing at me. So they just make the appointment for me, which I'm glad. And I went to see the doctor at 3 o'clock, because the 2 o'clock is the 2 o'clock is the paramedic was here. They leave at 2 o'clock, and then 3 o'clock I went to my doctor. And you know what? When I went to the serious doctor, so he asked me what is my problem. I told that I was prescribed this new medicine, but with these side effects, this and that side effects, and told me, oh, I don't get it, that side effects doesn't connect with the tablet that you're taking. So and told me, so what can I do to you now? I don't know what to do to you. Told me that because I went there. He's a doctor, so I cannot tell what she should do to me, isn't it? He should know what he's going to do to me. But he asked me that he don't know what he do to me. So that okay. So I told him maybe a hospital appointment. So, and told me just wait for the hospital because of the queue. So okay, so that. So he just gave me a medicine without telling me what kind of medicine is that. Yeah, so he just gave me some prescriptions. And when I saw the prescription is a mini pill, so I told him, oh, actually I came for this one because this one didn't work. The bleeding didn't stop for 15 days. That's why I came back for review. So they changed to noritestosterone, but then the noritestosterone stopped the bleeding, but terrible headache and nausea. So he just like getting angry, So why he need to get angry? Oh my God. Sometimes annoying to see a doctor, because the doctor I always see is a lady. She's a very good lady, but this one I really don't like this doctor. I don't know what kind of doctor he is, but anyway. So he told me, okay, give me the prescription. So I give back the prescription. So he just made give another name of methyphamic acid, I think. Yeah. So he again prescribed me methyphamic acid. So I searched about these tablets, and it was also prescribed to me when I went to the urgent care, because when I went to the urgent care, when I feel like lightheaded, I went back to the urgent care, and they told me that they cannot help me to take the blood or to what to what to refer me to the gynae, because it's not their job but the job of my GP. So they advised me to go back to my GP, which I went to my GP, and that's it. So I told to my GP I cannot go back anymore to urgent care or to the A&E hospital, because they always ask me to go back to my GP, because only my GP can do something about it. So I cannot go to the hospital without the what, because it's no use of going to the A&E or urgent care for the lightheaded. So they always ask me to go to the GP. So I always rely on my GP. So the only thing that you can go to the A&E is when it's really serious. When it's really very serious that you cannot get up on your bed. And when you have, of course, and when you have also the chest pain or stroke, they are good for that one. They will really look after you well. But when it's just only for lightheaded like that, because if you see that you have a chest pain, they will really check so soon. But of course, it's if you go to A&E, not so soon that they will see you, because a lot of people also is on the queue. So you can also you still wait to. It depends on your situation. If you are not really urgent, it's you wait for 3 hours. Otherwise, it's 1 hour. 1 hour urgent. But they always check you first, your blood test and your BP. They check your BP first if everything is okay before the doctor will call you. So that is for my struggle for my fibroid at the moment. So I will update you when in the future about this fibroid, and hopefully this can also you can learn from it as well, because for me, when I used to read about the post of those who got a fibroid 10 years ago, so I'm learning, just making my confidence of still hope. There's always hope, because sometimes you're feeling down, that you always cry. I cried on my sleep, because I said, oh my God, why I'm suffering like this, and the seems they don't bother at all. But always have hope, otherwise the more it's getting worse. So give yourself what uplifting, because there's always a cure while you are alive. Thank you very much, and please don't forget to share to your friends who are suffering also with fibroid. So if you are also suffering fibroid, please share your experience, and we can learn from each other. I don't know why I have this pain, but they told me that if it's above the chest, is not a stroke, but below above the stomach or below the breast, they told me it is a kind of like a stroke. But if it's here, I don't know, because it's always hurting here, but they told me it's not a stroke. So I don't know. Well, it's because of this. Because actually, long time ago, I suffered anxiety. They say my doctor told me it's maybe because of anxiety, because all the result is normal, but I always feel pain on there. So they told me that maybe you're suffering anxiety. So if you wanna talk about it, just let us know. But I don't know, I don't really know what anxiety I have. Why is the reason I have anxiety? Because I couldn't recall it as well. Because I got a lot of problems maybe. Anyway, thank you very much for listening. Bye-bye.